Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm making this video really quickly. I'm getting ready for work, but I wanted to do a quick review on this I just purchased yesterday. This is the new Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation with vitamins and SPF of 20. And I found this at my Bed Bath & Beyond for $8.99. And I have seen this all over Instagram as well, so I was kind of excited to try it. I'm actually not a big fan of Covergirl foundations. I feel like the color range is not there. There were only a few colors available right now, but I'm sure they will come out with more later. So it's really difficult to find your shade at the moment, and probably have to wait until they release the other colors. So the bottle is so pretty. I think this is actually one of their best packagings for foundation. It has a pump, it's a glass jar, and it's just pretty. It has like a little gold pump and everything. I got mine in the color Soft Honey, and we're just gonna go ahead and apply this. I'm gonna try to make this video quick and easy because I gotta go. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and I'm gonna show you guys how it goes on. Alright, so I've already prepped my skin and I use the Unicorn Essence enhancing drops, which I've been using for a while now and I really like them. And I also use the Makeup Forever Step 1 smoothing primer. I always use a primer with all my foundations, so I always test my foundations with a primer because I'm not ever gonna wear a foundation without a primer. So okay, so I'm just gonna shake it up. And again, I got the color Soft Honey, and it actually looks a lot darker than my skin tone, but the shade down from this, the one shade down from this, it looked really pink, so I didn't want to go for that. So I'd rather go a little bit dark and pray that it looks okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use my damp beauty blender to apply it. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Why is this so hard? You have to turn it. And then pump it like 20 times. There we go. It's kind of like a thick cream. It doesn't run or anything. I'm just start off with a little bit. And let's see how good it covers. I think this one claims to be lightweight, full coverage. This formula hydrates and includes a complex of SPF 20, vitamins, bottled line. It's oil free, so let's see if it's full coverage. And it's actually really dark. It has a really nice scent, like, I don't know, it has a scent and it smells nice and fresh. Kind of smells like soap, I don't know. Yep, and this is way too dark for me, but that's okay. Okay, so that is one layer of the foundation. You can see it's actually too dark for me, but that's okay. Summer is coming and I will definitely be tanning up. I don't think it's full coverage. It did cover up a little bit, and it did even out my skin tone. It covered up the redness around my nose. But maybe I need to add a little bit more. It doesn't look cakey or anything. It actually looks really healthy. Doesn't look dry. It actually doesn't say what kind of finish this is. But it's definitely lightweight. So I'm going to try to add a little bit more and finish up the rest of my face. I'm going to bring it down because this one is just way too dark and orangey right now. Just going to pretend I'm tan for a day. Okay, so I just finished my one layer of foundation, and I think it has pretty good coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage. I think you could probably build it up. It did cover up the little blemish that I have here that is currently healing, but you could still see a few, marks on my face that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and test just that area. I don't want to add a lot of foundation on today, so I'm gonna add a little tiny bit more and see if it covers this little section up here. Okay, I think you can Did cover it up a little bit, but I still don't think this is completely full coverage like compared to Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. But it does have really good coverage, so I don't hate it. I'm gonna add a little bit more on my nose because my nose is always red. Alright, so this is how I'm gonna wear it today. Well, I'm gonna finish the rest of my face, but I want to show you guys a close-up of what the foundation looks like when it's fresh. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna do another close-up just to show you guys, you know, the final look. Alright guys, so I'm back and I'm ready to go. I wanted to show you guys a quick look of what I'm wearing today. I really didn't do much. So my foundation kind of felt a little bit sticky. It's definitely really hydrating, and it looks really hydrating on the skin. Like your skin looks really healthy and hydrated. Doesn't look dry, doesn't look cakey. And it actually went on really nicely and it blended in really well. My color obviously is still really dark, but we can work with that. So then I set my entire face with MAC Pro Longwear pressed powder. I set my entire face, my neck. I added blush, bronzer, a little bit of mascara, nothing crazy. I'm just going to work today. So it's going to be the first time I do a video like this. I'm going to wear it throughout my work day, and then I will come back and I will show you guys if it lasted or not. Because the biggest question is this going to last? Right now, I really like it. It looks good. I'm not crazy about the color, but we're going to see if this lasts. So I will return when I come home from work, and I will give you guys my final thoughts and review. Hey guys, so I am back and it is pretty much the end of my day. I'm about to take my makeup off. Well, it's not the end of the day, but it's the end of my work day. It's around 5:30 in the evening. I started work around 8 o'clock this morning, so I've been wearing the foundation since then. And as you can see, first thing I noticed just by looking at myself in the viewfinder, it oxidized. I look super dark. One of my coworkers mentioned that I look super bronzed. The good thing in my opinion is that it doesn't look orangey. It just looks really dark, like bronzy. This is kind of like what I normally look like when I tan. So it doesn't look terrible, but my biggest con about the foundation is that the color selection right now is not very good. Hopefully they will expand the line. I'm really hoping that they do. But that's my biggest con. Second con would be that it does oxidize, so you do have to be careful during your shade selection, which is already difficult. Then you have to worry about it oxidizing, so that's my second con. But for the most part, I actually really like the foundation. I feel like it really did a good job holding up. It has faded quite a bit. Let me zoom you guys in. It's definitely faded, and my blush and the contour doesn't look as good anymore. It kind of just looks blotchy a little bit, and that's because the foundation has broken up. But the good thing is it hasn't broken up on my face like terribly like other foundations. You can see it's just kind of like it kind of builds up in different areas of your face. Sometimes it builds up on my chin. This doesn't do that. It just pretty much, it just wore off like normal. Obviously I've been wearing it for a long period of time. The foundation didn't make me look super oily at all. I did get oily a little bit on my nose, and I ended up blotting that probably around lunchtime today. And that's the only touch up that I did all day. So I think for a CoverGirl foundation, I think this one's actually pretty good. I've never had good results from CoverGirl before, and I actually really like this foundation. I think it looks really hydrating. It doesn't look super matte. It doesn't look dry. It didn't like cling on to any areas like on my chin or the sides of my nose or anything like that. If anything, it doesn't look heavy either. I feel like it's really blended into my skin. I am a little hot right now because I'm wearing a jacket and it's like 80 degrees today. I don't know why. So yeah, I do look a little shiny and everything, but I think it's just because I'm hot, but it's not like oily or anything like that. So for the most part, I usually get really oily right here, and my nose gets really oily. I was wearing sunglasses today, so this area is like completely gone right here, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing a lot of like layers or anything like that, which I only wore one layer of foundation. If you like to wear more layers, I'm not sure how that would work out, or if it'll break down even faster depending on like humidity, if it's, you know, if it's hot out, if you're out and about sweating. So I'm not sure how it would hold up that way, but for a normal day of work, if you're not going to be running around or anything like that, I feel like it held up pretty well, and I'm actually really happy with it. I just wish I had a color that matched me. I'm probably going to have to wait around a little bit and wear this during the summer, but summer is around the corner, so I'm excited. So those are my thoughts on the new CoverGirl foundation, and this is the first time that I do a video like this where it's kind of like a first impression, and I record in the morning and then record the same day in the afternoon to kind of like follow up. So I'm not sure how helpful this is going to be. Let me know if this was helpful at all. If you enjoyed this video, let me know if you have any questions I can answer down below. And as always, thank you guys always for watching. Like this video if you want to see more. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!